You were called to do something, not just anything. Every single being on this earth has a purpose, including you. Nature reminds us every single day that what is inside of us, intrinsically, we are able to do. This reminds me of a time when I was a precocious 12-year-old and I thought it was a great idea to go pick all the caterpillars out from outside in the yard and build them a new caterpillar palace and bring it inside my home. I carefully plucked those little fat caterpillars out of their natural habitat, put them in a box that I so beautifully designed. I was careful to punch holes inside of that box so of course that they had air. Grab some of those clover leaves so that they actually had food. But yet, I still disrupted their natural environment and carried them happily into the house. Well, I happened to come home from school one day and realized that my so happy caterpillars had somehow gotten away. They were no longer in their caterpillar palace that I built especially for them. I looked high and low. I looked literally all over the house. I couldn't find them. My first thought is that my mother is going to kill me. But then I thought, you know what? Those little witty, savvy caterpillars, they probably went back outside and they probably had already transformed into magical butterflies. That's what I told myself, at least. Well, time went on and weeks passed by, and one day I was upstairs working in my room and my mom was having one of her famous dinner parties with all her society ladies, and I hear the loudest shriek come through all the way upstairs. I ran down the stairs to see what all these women were screaming about. Well, my little savvy caterpillars, they had not actually escaped. They had decided to build their chrysalis underneath the dining room table. And my mom and her friends were entertaining a bouquet of butterflies flying all over the living room. And I sheepishly looked like, what and where did this actually come from, right? But here's the lesson in that. When I think about that memory, I think about we are all called to do something, not just anything. And although the environment was not perfect, those caterpillars built their chrysalis underneath that table and they did what they were called to do. They transformed. Without the ideal situation, without the proper food, without the proper light, they did what they were called to do. So here's a tip for you. Get clear about what you're called to do, so you can be very confident in how you show up and very consistent in your actions and do what you're called to do. Thank you.